kids and adults have enjoyed for decades is baseball cards. Sometimes they're hot, sometimes they're not. They're hot again, and our own Ashley Paul is in Harford County, where they're hotter than ever.
71 years of the Baltimore Orioles means more than 7 decades of the Orioles fandom.
We hope that they start off fast and stay in front.
I'm confident for a World Series this year.
America's favorite pastime, not only bringing fans together around the diamond, but bringing them together out of the park as well.
If you're talking to your parents, you're talking to your friends, you don't tell them you're going to the basketball card shop or you're going down to the football card store or even the sports card store. Generally, it's always been known as the baseball card store.
Baseball cards featuring favorite players and teams dating back decades, if not centuries, allowing fans of all ages, all genders, all generations to become a part of the game.
When COVID struck and I had nothing to do, I just went through my dad's old baseball cards collection when he was a kid, and I just got intrigued with baseball cards and baseball since I played it.
For Colin Beret, it's a newer hobby, but at only 12 years old, he's managed to build quite a collection.
These two are some of my favorite players: Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, dual auto out of 10. So when it's out of 10, there's only 10 of these in the world.
And then there's Mel Lundgren, who's been at it for at least 60 years.
Back about 1965, 66, when I started collecting, and the packs were in what's called a flat rack pack, and there was a grocery pack, 6 for $1.
Now the cards range in price, some as high as thousands of dollars. There's also rating systems to mark the value of a card. It's a hobby and a business at Lundgren's store, Bel Air Sports Cards, one of 3 sports cards shops in Harford County.
I never thought, never dreamed when I was buying baseball cards back then that I would still be doing it.
It speaks to the passion behind the paycheck. The same can be said for Matt Richardson, owner of Hitman Sports Cards and Collectibles.
I grew up in the early 80s, so the late 80s, early 90s, there was a big boom with sports cards.
Or anyone we spoke with, for that matter.
When I was younger, my grandfather was a huge sports person.
My grandfather owned a sports card shop.
I collected baseball cards with my father growing up.
And you'll hear it over.
One day, me and my buddy were online looking at cards about 10 years ago and kind of reignited our passion.
And over.
Like 5, 6, 7 years old, I was going to flea markets and things like that.
And over again.
And he would always take my cousins and I all over the place, to games, to card shows, to autograph signings. And I just fell in love with it growing up.
Baseball card collecting is a hobby ingrained in tradition.
It just comes full cycle. I mean, it's stuff that I did with my dad. Now that I'm a dad, I'm doing it with him.
Not only building collections, but perhaps most importantly, building memories.
As a dad, what else do you want to do? You have kids. You want to spend as much time as you can.
Excitement in the ballpark or in your living room, as these folks will tell you as we head into a new season of baseball. Home runs can be hit off the field, too. On your corner in Harford County, I'm Ashley Paul, WJZ.